Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode is about Romualdo Pacheco. Hold on. Romualdo Pacheco. I think I said it right. I ain't say it right the night of, but I'm gonna tell you now. I think I said it right. The first Hispanic governor of, take a guess at where it was at. Montana. I'm playing. Obviously, California. But Montana would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. So, could you imagine people out there in Montana trying to figure out who voted for him? Like, who did that? Who? They would have just been running around looking at each other like, y'all thought this was a game. Y'all messed around and this dude's the governor for real, though. But anyway, that's what this episode's about. This is how we get down. By all means, please do not take the joking in the beginning of what I'm saying as serious. Well, don't take it that my spirits is up. I'm hurt, y'all. I'm hurt, and I'm not trying to sound funny as I say that. No, I'm genuinely trying to come up with a way to say this. There's a time when you take just your own low. It's the spirit, man. It's the spirit. Before I get any further and say anything crazy, because I know I'm about to say some things that's crazy, I want to keep this short. I know I'm about to pull a soapbox out. I had the knife in my hand ready to butcher this man's name. I did good, so I figured that's one accomplishment. But the soapbox is ready. Marjorie Taylor Greene is flip-flopping right now. And I don't know if y'all know this. She is out here tripping. She is like, yo, the GOP is the reason for the shutdown. She's doing a lot of yapping. She's doing a lot of talking. And everybody's like, yo, what's up with this? Because when we talk about loyalists, there was probably nobody more loyal than her. Like, more loyal. She, without even being like in a circle for Trump, she was what's the dude for Mr. Burns? Smithers. She was Smithers. She was whatever he said, she was like, that's my leader. I'm gonna ride with it. And she just go off on her own tangent and just talk that talk. But her kid's sick. Government shutdown. Anything is anything. Ain't nothing moving. Ain't nothing going nowhere. Everything is at a stalemate. Motherhood, maternal instincts kicked in. I gotta worry about my kid. This politician thing can stop in a heartbeat, but I'ma still be a mother. And she doing what she gotta do. It's crazy, cause she was the loudest, if not one of the loudest, that telling you that the Obamacare whole thing was a sham. It's a facade. It's not real. It's not helping. It's worthless. But it's not. It's not. It's not to the point that she's like, yo, if we allow my party to do what they want to do, the money I will be paying. So apparently, Obamacare wasn't such a sham. Wasn't such a fraud. And I'm not trying to say this in a teasing manner. I don't want this to come off like I'm on one of those I told you so things, because it's not about that. When you have somebody who sees the light, and they see the light only because they're in need, it's a weird space. But that's an American thing. That's the American way. You know what I'm saying? I remember Michael Moore had to think about insurance. Had the whole documentary, and he said one of his craziest enemies who had a blog and he was anti this, anti that, needed that help because that insurance was crazy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna get this, he couldn't afford that. And Michael Moore was like, yo, I put up some money. We went out here and tried to raise money for this guy. The enemy. Because at the end of the day, we shouldn't have to go through it like that. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? If you can't tell, this is about to be all politics right now. The other podcast was all politics. It was serious. We're dead serious this week. This is a serious week. Please do not let the way I speak somehow fool you into thinking it's about to be a lot of gigs and shiggles. It ain't gonna be none of that. It ain't gonna be that. What I'm saying is, it's a lot of stuff going on, and we need to be aware. Last time we spoke, I spoke about, no, we didn't speak. Yes, we did. Last time we spoke, I spoke about the guy out there in Texas. This time, it's so much more stuff that's going on. I'm finding out this week, besides Marjorie, in Cleveland, little girl, 5 years old, was beaten and sexually assaulted by 3 white kids. No older than 10. Nobody was over 10. It was 10, 9, 10, 8, and 7, or something like that, right? I think it was 7, 8, and 10, because 9 is the number they didn't have. So it was, one of them was 10, one of them was 8, one of them was 7. Lured a little black girl in the cut and just beat her, sexually assaulted her, sticks and stuff, put it inside her, and I don't know about YouTube, I don't know about Spotify, I don't know who is and who isn't when it comes to stuff like this. It's not so much for the graphics to be graphic, it's for the information. It's because this is stuff that you don't hear about. You know what I mean? Like, this is the stuff that it's very low on the radar. So low on the radar that the thing that happened to her happened September 13th. You know what I mean? September 13th. It's October the 9th. You feel me? We're right around saying it's a month ago. There's a problem. There's a problem, man. The authorities are saying they're still looking into it. They're trying to figure stuff out. What is there to figure out? Who else was involved? I mean, other than that, what else is there to talk about? This is the kind of thing where you're lucky. I don't know if this girl has an older brother or an older cousin that's in the area. This is the kind of thing where one of them would be locked up. They'd lock that person up. These kids, and I get it, they're kids. And they're probably trying to figure out, how do we go about this without ruining their lives? Because their lives are so much more valuable than the little girl's whole life. You know what I'm saying? Because from where I sit, they are now qualified to be sexual offenders. Sex offenders. That's it. I mean, you could put them in juvie all you want. No. Wiping their records clean. No. That needs to linger. That needs to be there all the time. Those kids, I get it. You shouldn't put their names out there. You shouldn't put their faces out there. But their neighborhood, their neighbors, people in their school that they attend should be aware of them. That should be a burden that they have to wear for the rest of their lives. This shouldn't be some slap on the wrist. No. You robbed somebody of everything at 5. At 5, dog. Can y'all stop? You know what I mean? And it's weird because my first instinct is Time to Kill. Matthew McConaughey. Close your eyes. See this. Think about this. And it's like, yo, you need to do that. Just hearing about it. Seeing the pain on that mother's face. Seeing the picture of the child. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? September. It's October. And they're still figuring things out. They're still looking into it. They're still trying to figure out what to do. How to go about this. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because had the roles been reversed, it would have been all over Fox News. It would have been all over the internet. It would have been all over social media. We would have known who these kids were. These kids would have been held right now. They would have sprung to get these kids to court. There would be people trying to tell you that a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 7-year-old, we need to figure out how to treat them like adults. We have to figure out to put these animals away. Had these been black boys, had these been black boys to a black girl, had these been black males, we'd be out here figuring out, can we try them as adults? We would be blaming the parents. We would be blaming the environment. We would be blaming everything we can think of. September 13th. That news would have been made September 13th. You would have been able to see that all through September. You would see the updates every day. All of a sudden, everybody gonna start telling you who these kids are, what kind of kids they are in school, whether or not they bully people. We would know so much about these boys. And they wouldn't even call them boys. They'd be animals, deviants, predators, beasts, evil, hellspawn. There'll be so many euphemisms to dehumanize them if they were black. It's October the 9th. I'm just hearing about this. And I'm in Ohio. And I'm just hearing about this. It's weird. I don't want to make the focus about race because I don't. But trust me, please understand. Had they been black, it'd be handled different. What we need to do is figure out what needs to be done. Is how do we help this 5-year-old girl? How do we make sure that maybe her environment doesn't feed her the narrative of the white people are evil. Don't deal with these white people. Because she legitimately has a reason to have a gripe. You feel me? So now it's like, how do we make sure that the hate doesn't fill her heart at a young age? They said when she woke up, she thought that they had killed her. When she woke up, passed out, the ordeal. Like I said, it's one of them things that you just it's weird. It's a weird space that we're in right now. We're in a weird place, and we continuously, I don't know, man. I don't know. I try to figure it out, but yeah, man, it's a whole lot of stuff going on. Word has it, and I say word has it because I haven't really looked into the story. Cops stopped the guy who was driving. But you know what? I'm not going to even get into that story. Because again, it all feels like we're just having racial crises on top of racial crises on top of whatever this is with a wannabe dictatorship and everything. I will say this, because I will say this much. Salute to the military officers who resigned after hearing this declaration of war on U.S. citizens. Salute to them. I will say that. Salute to them. Charlie Kirk is passed, was assassinated, was murdered, however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, and they have fast-tracked while all the while not taking responsibilities that his killer was one of their own. Just zoom past that factoid and with the left are terrorists. Anybody that doesn't rock with us are terrorists. It was seen on somebody's joint. I saw it on the page. They were talking about Fox News had a dude masquerading as 3 different people to feed you falsities. You find this out and you still believe them because you want that to be the case. Fox News, about a decade ago or so, have been told you they're not a news network. They're there for entertainment. They're an opinion-based entertainment source that takes news and puts spins to it. Now, of course, I'm being extra wordy, but not wordy enough, because they definitely were wordy with the way they said it. But the point is, that's what they have. They acknowledged the fact that they really don't care about the news. They take what they take from it, and then they put their opinion on it. Ta-da! So this whole thing where you got a dude acting does nothing more than just fulfill the requirement. We're in a weird space. We're already worried about a lot of stuff. Like I said, I told y'all, this is gonna be the soapbox. I'm on that joint, son. I'm on it. I'm about to get off of it, and we're gonna just get into this segment and let the segment just breathe, because the last few days have been crazy. Like, the more you hear, the more you see, the more you're watching, the more you read up on stuff. And salute. If there's one thing you can give Trump credit for, it's transparency. He is in full, I think I'm a dictator mode. Like, he really thinks that. He is telling us what it is and what it ain't. He's telling everybody, like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna use the military, and I'm gonna use ICE, and I'm gonna use National Guard. We crushing everybody, son. I got the Supreme Court on my side. Yo, we going at everybody that I don't like. You don't like what I said? Where you live? I got you too. Word. It is what it is. That's what we're doing. Oh, that state don't like it? Man, we gonna cut y'all fundings. Roll with me. Roll. Say something there. What? Tuck your chain. What you got on my 40, homie? That's the vibe. He is literally out here deboing on these people. This is what people voted for. Let me tell y'all something. When Trump first ran, it was a joke. Not just him going, when I was at the escalator and I did it, I didn't really think nothing of it. Yeah. No, we're going past all that. We're talking about when you woke up the next morning and you were finding out that Trump was going to be your president. It was a joke. I remember telling people during that time, I was like, this is literally the white version of the Chris Rock head of state joint. Fish out of water, just going through the motions. This is a sitcom, son. This is a mockumentary. He had everything but cameras around where he could just turn and go, well, see, I don't know really what I'm doing, but I'm about to do this. Hope it works. That was it. He and his people who voted for him loved it. He had no political etiquette because he wasn't a politician, and they loved it. He gonna speak truth to power. He that dude, my man. He go in and go, I don't like the way that works. Exactly. Politics is too political. Sometimes you need common sense. Tell him again, Trump. That's what we was doing, right? He was giving you that. He was literally a fish out of water. This was a whole TV show, right? He gets voted out. He nonchalantly encourages a storming of the Capitol. His people are telling him, dude, go out here and stop. Go out here and stop it. Go out here and stop it. He gets around something and go, hey. That's how it was. It really wasn't the super boisterous, outgoing arrogance wasn't there. He was just kind of like, hey, don't be out here doing that. I said something. Everybody like, yo, son, you that was garbage. But he did. Right? From that point on, he was in full campaign mode. He campaigned from that point on to the point he didn't even need to do the primaries. He was I told y'all that. He was the man in the primaries that he never attended. Goes into the debate. Now you have a track record. Now you have something that we can fall in on. And I kept telling people, I'm like, yo, I don't care who it is, Biden or Kamala, he getting that joint. He gonna get that joint. And when he gets that joint, he is going to be vindictive. I told y'all that. All of this is what I told y'all. The extremes that it is going, who could have saw that? But I knew this was gonna happen. That's my point. We're here now. And he's no more politically aware than he was the first time. My man literally had 8 years and he's still not politically adequate. That's the word. I don't even know if that's the word I want to use, but that's the word I'm going to throw right now. Politically adequate. The first 4 years that he became the president, we had the right, that's something that you just had to ride with, because you're like, this dude is literally on job training, working. We're watching a dude who was bad at running companies now run the country. And he's trying to run the country like he was running his companies. All we gotta do is hope that it don't collapse like his companies. We survived. He spent the next 4 years complaining and talking and finger pointing. Not just going back in the lab trying to figure stuff out. He had, by the way, he had supporters doing that for him. They were looking at how to reconstruct America as we know it. Tear it down and build it back up. That was the whole vibe. We're gonna tear it down and then build it back up the way we want it to be. We don't care about all these other citizens. We're gonna look at it for this small group of people and how we want it to be. And he was out here telling you he had no idea that this was a thing. Project 2025. I don't know what that is. That's what he was telling people. I don't know what that is. I ain't never come across my desk. I don't know who got any parts of that joint. Who you talking about? Shutdown comes. He's out here like, yo, my mans, you know that joint you came up with? Oh, yeah. We about to put that in play. That's how we doing it there. We got this. Let's show them what we do. Pull out. Look, we about to go page 22 right now. And then from there, we gonna work our way back, and then we gonna go further up. Yeah, we gonna bounce around, but we about to take all this on Project 2025. I'm totally just saying something there. I don't want nobody to be out here trying to Google a picture of him holding the book up or nothing. But I'm just saying, he was bragging on it all of a sudden. Why? Because he can now. It don't matter. These people don't care that he's a liar. They didn't care he was a child molester. And I'm not going to say allegedly, because he said it. He's been with young teenage girls as a grown man talking crazy to these chicks. That's not allegedly. That's from him. And his supporters overlooked that. Oh, well, he about marriage. The dude's been divorced multiple times. Cheated on his pregnant wife with some has-been porn star. No disrespect to whoever, what's her name. But yeah, come on. You know what I mean? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You overlooked all that too. They overlooked all of his negative traits because they knew he was going to do what they wanted him to do. And that is where we are right now. Life is great. Christmas is going to be good. Christmas is going to be interesting. But anyway, I ain't going to say nothing else, man. I've said enough. I feel weird. Because I told y'all so much so that people were hitting me up like I was a Trump supporter. I told y'all about that. I had phone calls. I was getting emails. People were like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We know you rocking with Trump. Like, no, I'm not. What? I'm just an honest observer who can keep it real with himself. I know what the get down is. I see it. I see it right now. No, I'm not for dude. I'm not gonna vote for dude. Let alone try to be out here campaigning for, yeah, by the way, Trump is, nah, I don't know what Trump is. I know Trump is wild right now. Trump is power hungry. And he is about to strip this democracy, this republic democracy, and turn it into a dictatorship. And the thing is, we have no outside influencers trying to go, maybe. And Russia was right there. Let me take that back. It felt like Russia was going to be that. Going, we gonna help this happen. Teach him how to be a dictator, and then come in and slide in and third world them to death. That's really what that is. We're watching our democracy fall apart. And it's crazy, son. My man literally said, I'm gonna have my enemies out here trembling in their boots. Yo, I'm gonna have, we gonna go after everybody that don't like me. All my enemies about to fall. This is the kind of rhetoric he was giving out. This is the type of wildness that he was spitting on the microphone in public. This wasn't some behind the scenes stuff. This was on camera, on a podium, into a mic, towards a crowd, transmitted throughout the country, possibly the world. Broken down, chopped up for social media's consumption. This is what he did. I'm not making this up. And yet still, his followers, his constituents, the people who voted for him will go, you don't understand. I understand very well. I see what it is. Like you see what, and maybe some of them don't. Maybe some of them don't. Or maybe, like Marjorie, they don't have a reason to. Like I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. When her kid got sick, yeah, it got, the clouds moved away real quick, and she was like, oh, this ain't right. No disrespect. Hope her kid gets well, because nobody wants none of that, for real. But yeah, man, I'm about to go. Y'all know what we do. I'm not gonna try to say my man's name again. Yeah, we not gonna do that. First Hispanic governor in America, who was the governor of California. That's how we gonna address that. We addressing it like that. Word. And we gonna holler at y'all later. Thank y'all for rocking. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. Y'all know what we do. Y'all know how we do. This is what we do. Y'all know how we do, man. This is just what we get down with. This is what we get down with. This is just greatness. Thank y'all for rocking. And we gonna get into this joint like this. Let's go. One time, and we back. Hold on. 2 times, and it's the fact. This is for the, as we, yeah, that was it. Hey, salute the JJ Fad. Hey, yo, the shorty that did the speed rap joint, right? The yeah, shorty, did the beatbox. Yo, as a kid, I thought that was Regina King. I'm not gonna take that back. You look at them old JJ. Look at that old JJ Fad joint. Then pull up 227. I was right there. I was close. I don't want to hear no talk. I was close. Anyway, this is what we do. This is how we get down. Word. Y'all hear what we doing, man. It's all hip hop. We all over the place. West Coast, East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Word. We had, what else we had? We had joints, you know what I'm saying? We got joints, classic joints, new joints, new word joints. We here, though. We here. Salute to everybody out there, man. This is how we get down. It's Saturday. It's the Saturday. It's the Saturday. And once more with the banger to the heat. Banger to your head, banger to the feet, banger to your body, shout out to the peeps. Shorties out here thinking it's summer with booty cheeks. Shorties got their booty cheeks showing super crazily right about now, you know what I mean? But anyway, salute. This is what we do. It's October. You know what I mean? You can't tell it. Now, I don't know about where y'all at, but out here, you can't tell it. Boy, shh. But anyway, let's get back into what we do. This is what we do. This is that moment. This is that time. I ain't know where I was gonna go anyway. I'm just vibing right now. I'm trying to stay upbeat because I heard some somber stuff, and it made me think like, yo, like, what happens, man? So I don't know if y'all heard this, and I know a lot of y'all haven't heard this because this is the beauty of the media. You know what I'm saying? This is how beautiful the media is. There's a brother. I'm like, brother, I am discontinuing myself. I say brother like that just to be on some man stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some man to man. You know what I mean? Remember, like, you ever watch them old 70 flicks? They be saying brother, and it be so beefy. Like, hey, brother. Hey, brother. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, yeah, watch where you going, brother. They give him this up and down joint, brother. Hey, man, you know, hey, and then you know what I'm saying? And one brother try to be peaceful. He's like, look, I just want y'all brothers to understand, I ain't your brother. Like, man, they gotta go out here and beef. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because as our generation go, it's different. Now when you hear the word brother, you fall back because it's peaceful. Oh, he said brother, so we good. You know what I mean? It's why until you catch up with these old dudes, they just refuse to say the N-word. Salute to them, and they just be like, brother. And they do the up and down. They just size you up, brother. It's aggressive for no reason. You be like, dang, dog, what I do to you? I'm just saying, you all up in. Them be the old dudes who still got that mentality where they trying to judge you on your attire. You out here dressed like a thug, a hoodlum. What you trying to do? Rob me? Bro, we at work. We work together. You need to dress like we work together. Huh? But anyway, back to what I was saying before I get sidetracked. Robert Morris. Please. Stop the beat for a minute. Please know this name. Google this man. This man, bring the beat back. This man has since the 80s been sexually assaulting young girls. He has a mega church out there in Texas. He is a big deal for the evangelical Christian conservative right, MAGA, all that's one big old circle. He's a big deal. Big deal. He pled guilty. They gave this man 10 years, 9 years of probation. Time served for some time over that he was locked down, and then he got to serve like a couple more months on the front end. Then he's on 9 years of probation. He has to register as a sex offender. This dude was messing with girls. Hold on. Stop the beat for a minute. Girls. Bring it back. As young as 12. Grown man with a mega church. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's and I'm saying this because one, a lot of people don't know about this. This happened like yesterday and a couple of days ago. Today's Saturday, so a couple of days ago. Yesterday, boom, that he actually got sentenced and pled and guilty and all that yesterday. You ain't really hearing about that. You ain't really hearing about that. And I'm not trying to distance myself from all this stuff with the soldiers and all this and the ranks. A lot of high-ranking dudes stepping away from our military. I ain't trying to overstep that. What I'm trying to tell you is they had a sexual deviant, a predator in their midst. And my mentality is, who's leaving that church? Who's leaving that world? Because that's the part that's crazy, right? Because we love to talk that talk. Like everybody go, the Epstein files. Looking at what this is, would it matter? Like if you saw pictures with Trump snugged up with two little young girls, will his people really go, can't deal with this no more. We need to find a way to impeach him. Nah. Them people are still gonna go to this man's church. They are. Look at the Catholics. Them priests that be out here doing what they doing and get rerouted to another church. Nobody's family, when you watch those documentaries, nobody's family go, we left church. We left the whole religion. They don't. They still stay in. They understand what's happening. They feel bad. They're hurt. It's usually the children that go, yeah, I don't eat. You know what I'm saying? I done messed around and found Allah. I'm an Islamic now. I don't eat pork. I pray 5 times a day. I ain't got nothing. I got no Habib. I can't. I don't even get down like that no more. All praises due to Allah. Thank you for watching over me. They weren't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the children. The parents still be like, well, we just don't know. And you know what I'm saying? Father so-and-so told us they was going to do something. Then you find out your man is way out there in Minnesota somewhere doing the same thing to a whole nother crop of kids. You know what I mean? But they stay. I'm lost on that. And that's my thing with this whole Epstein file. Everybody screaming they want it. You see the names. You'll see pictures. You could see video. Old video, you know what old, we all know what old video look like. We could, you know, and we go just be like, and these will be the same people to this day going, you know, Michael Jackson was molesting them kids. Like, hold on, y'all just seen a whole video with this. That's different though. I think that's been done. That's AI. That's where we at. Anyway, I got to get that out my system, man. It's been bugging me all day since I saw the joint, and I looked around on my social page that keeps a lot of updated news and stuff. I only saw 2 people talk about it, and I'm just like, yo, this is crazy, man. And then when you pull up the joint, it's not even big news. It ain't something that's trending or anything. It's yeah. Just keep in mind who's controlling the media too by that, when we say that. But anyway, let's get into this history. Ain't no cool transitions. Ain't nothing, you can't joke about nothing after that. You know, you gotta just sit there and like, just look at your children and be like, come here, hold them. Be like, mommy loves you, daddy loves you. You know what I would love? What? You to go take a shower. You stink. Why do you smell like that? Ugh, what is that? What is that? Why your underarms smell like that? You don't even do nothing but play games in the crib. How do you get this musty sitting in a chair all day? Don't have my house smelling like this. Nah. You got to keep your room closed. Here's some air fresheners. Out here smelling like, you don't even smell like outside. You just smell like, you smell like a stakeout. Just, that's how I feel a stakeout would smell. Like, if they just had to keep watching somebody under surveillance for days on end and didn't wash. Why are you not washing? I do shower. I take a whole bath. Well, you ain't whole bathing enough. You gotta get up in them pits, bro. Like, You know, and then when it's a shorty, mama gotta be like, girl, you can't be smelling like that. Ain't nobody gonna want you. And then you be happy when they say these things like, I don't want nobody to want me. Thank God. Keep that energy as you get older. Woo, I likes that. I'd be telling the friends on the phone, girl, my daughter said she don't want nobody to like her. Ooh, that's so crazy. You know, little Kiki and them daughters, she fast. Because they gotta say, you know, sometimes you gotta pull that old school out. She fast. Yeah, I seen it the other day just dry humping on the pole. I'm like, girl, are you pole dancing? She was like, no. And just started grinding on it again. At least your daughter know better. I'm glad your daughter don't want to be around no boys. Or girls. Or girls, right? That's when it gets confusing. Anyway, the music stopped on time. Here we go. I'm out here tripping, y'all. I'm bugging. Don't mind me, for real. This, hold on, no, we gotta do it the real way. Take it from the top. Take it from the top. Ooh, this moment in Hispanic history. Now, I'm gonna butcher this man's name, but that's okay, as long as y'all know what I'm trying to say. Woo! Hey, look, I felt like Roxanne Shante on her joint, on her show. Hey, no disrespect. Salute to you, Queen, but you know what I'm saying. Now, oof, I ain't gonna lie, though. This is a wild name right here. Okay, we're gonna do the first joint. Jose Antonio Romualdo Pacheco. I don't know. As we gonna then spell it Romualdo. That's that name. Then it's Pacheco. That's the other name. Woo! Yeah, I'm out here bugging with y'all right now. That sounds good though. Anyway, yeah, he is the first Hispanic governor. He was the governor of California, of course. Duh. You know what I'm saying? And he was doing his thing. You know what I mean? This is what we talking about. Word. He was in office from February 27th of 1875 to December 9th of 1825. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing, man. He was out here rocking. He came into it. He was also a lieutenant governor in the 70s, in the 1870s also. You know what I mean? So this is what we're talking about. We can't go out here and act like this ain't some real cool stuff, man. This is dope. This is great. This is dope. He was born in 1831 and he died in 1899. You know what I'm saying? He was a Republican. You know what I'm saying? And he was best known as, the first guy to do his thing. He had those aspirations. He was out here doing his thing. You know what I mean? His family helped gain support as he entered politics in the 1850s. He was well respected by the Anglos who were coming into the area, and they saw who he was and they respected what he did. You know what I'm saying? He was a Democrat. He was a Republican. He became affiliated with the National Union Party in the 1860s. You know what I'm saying? But was elected basically through the Republican Party. At 22, he successfully sought a position of judge in the San Luis Obispo County. Look, I don't know these people like that. You know what I'm saying? He was elected to state senate in 1857. You know what I'm saying? Doing what he had to do. At 27, he was the youngest member of the legislature. You know what I'm saying? So, this is what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? He served as state treasurer in 1863 to 1867. Then returned to the Senate and was elected as the lieutenant governor. You know what I'm saying? He served as lieutenant governor under Newton Booth until Booth was elected to the United States Senator. That's when he took office as the governor and did his thing. This is what we're talking about, y'all. This is what we mean. This is what it is about. To give it to y'all, you know what I mean? Salute. And he died out there in Oakland, you know what I'm saying? So he's an Oakland type dude, you know what I mean? Word. This is why we do what we do. Thank y'all for listening. Should I bring the beat back or not? No. Yes, bring it back. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. These are the type of joints you can find when y'all go to Our World, Our Time. That's the podcast that I designed. And these the clips that you hear, and y'all be like, yeah, I remember that there. Ooh, I better stop before Roxanne Shante come and sue me. Like, dude, you stole my joint, and you don't do it justice. But anyway, salute. This is how we do. Thank y'all for rocking. We gonna get back into some music and get down like this. Let's go. Cappuccino. Remember when Capadonna was going by Cappuccino? Yeah, remember when Capadonna was going by the name of Cappuccino, Cappuccino. Yeah, I think everybody get caught up in the thing where get somebody like, that name ain't strong enough, son. That ain't a strong enough name, dog. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get ready to get up out of here. What we got going on? The MLB playoffs, we gave up. Like, the Reds did all that just to get hit in the head twice. But to be fair, the Dodgers made sure they got done with business. They put their best on 1 and 2. But you know what I mean? But anyway, we got to get ready to get up out of here. You know how we do, for real. Wednesday, it's the second Wednesday, right? So Woo Wednesday. Wu-Tang Clan. You think your style, you think your Wu-Tang style is better? Then you come up in that joint. Shame on the who tried to run game on the hut 1, hut 2, hut 3, hut. Whoa, dirty, live and uncut. Woo! Anyway, rest in peace to ODB. I'm gonna get up right I get here though. But anyway, like that. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to let y'all know it's time to go. Like they say, you only live once. That is a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace. Sounds so dignitary right here. Ooh, you sound like you wear suits to bed. Peace, y'all.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.